Welcome in this video. We will explore how plants produce their own food through the process called photosynthesis. Yes, absolutely. We require food for energy, right? So definitely if you wanted to study, if you wanted to do your work, or if you wanted to do anything, definitely we require energy. Similarly, plants also require energy for doing their own, metabolic activities. So the question is how they are preparing their food. Like we are preparing the food by buying the car, like all the vegetables or fish, chicken, whatever it is from the market, and we are cooking from our kitchen. But how the plants prepare their own food? That is what we are going to discuss today. Okay. Yes, so that is photosynthesis, that process by which the plants prepare their own food that we can call them as photosynthesis. Okay. So we can say that what exactly photosynthesis means, it is a process where plant uses some of the components for preparing their own food. Right. So like if we are preparing any food, definitely we require some ingredients. Right. Similarly, here the plants also require some ingredients or some components for preparing their own food. So let's look at what exactly that components are. Okay, what are the components for preparing their food? Okay, so here the ingredients means what? Definitely, that is the components, right? That are the components of photo synthesis, components of photosynthesis. So are you really excited to know what are the components or what are the ingredients for preparing their own food? I hope definitely you all are very excited, right? So let's look at what are their components are. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So if you are facing any problem while I am talking to any topic, do let me know your doubts. Do let me know your doubts through the comment box. So here we can say that there are different components are there for their food making. Like if we are cooking, definitely we require sometimes once I'm doing my +1 +2 days, I prepare a yummy biryani. So at that time I took lots of ingredients because I have a little bit confused regarding to prepare the food. Similarly, here the plants also require some components for preparing their own food. That's none other than the first one is their sunlight, second one is carbon dioxide, third one is a green color thing that is a chlorophyll, and the fourth one is water. Okay, so they require sunlight, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, and water. So these are the key components. Okay, they are their components for photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis means yes, forming something here by using light. Now we wanted to look at what are the different steps for them. Yes. So if we are preparing any food, definitely there are some steps will be there, right? First of all, we'll take the stove, okay, sorry, the vessel and just put it on the stove, okay, and turn on the burner. So this is how we are preparing some kind of a food. Similarly, here is also we require some steps the plants require some steps to complete their food making. Let's look at what are the steps of photosynthesis. So now let's look at what are the very first step for the photosynthesis. Okay. Yes, what we can see here. Yes, absolutely. Sun is actually smiling at you, right? Yes. So here we can say that a beautiful sun is here and they are actually smiling at you. Yes, is not only smiling at you, but also to the plants. Yes, our plants require the sunlight for preparing the food. That is a very first step. That is absorption of sunlight. Okay, so absorption of the sunlight is the very first steps for the photosynthesis. Okay, the first of all, they require some kind of light energy, right? They require some kind of a light energy, light energy. Okay, and from where they are getting the light energy? Definitely they are getting the light energy from our handsome, very handsome sun is here. Okay, that is the very first step. Okay, the very first step is absorption of sunlight. Now what happened? Let's see. Now the step two is they are going to absorb some other thing as well. So what is that other thing apart from the sunlight? It's none other than carbon dioxide. Okay, so we know that we are respiring out the carbon dioxide, right? So here our beautiful, very helping, our plants are here to take out the carbon dioxide for their food. Amazing, right? First of all, they took the sunlight from the sun. Okay, now the second step is none other than they are absorbing carbon dioxide. Okay, that is a second step. Okay, that is a second step. Absorption of carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. If you wanted to know more about this whole thing, don't worry. So in the upcoming videos, I will explain very detailedly regarding this one. Okay. Now the third step. So what is the third ingredient? The first one is I already done. That is absorption of the sunlight. That's already done. Now the second one is absorption of carbon dioxide. That is also done. Now the third ingredient, it's none other than the water, right? We are also require the water for doing every cook, right? Almost every food, we definitely require the water. So here plants also require water, right? They are taking the water by using the root, right? By using the root, they are actually taking the water, and that water will be ended to the kitchen of the plant. Kitchen of the plant is, yes, our leaf, the green color thing, right? Kitchen of plant, that is leaf. It's none other than our leaf. Okay, so all the preparation is actually occurring from this leaf. Okay, the sunlight absorbed. Okay, carbon dioxide absorbed. Now the water is also ready. Now what next? Let's look at what exactly the next step. Okay, or all together what is happening here. Let's summarize that. Now the summaries of this all step, right? After getting this all thing like sunlight, water, yes, carbon dioxide, what exactly happened? Let's discuss. But before that, let's summarize this all step. Okay, just look at here. So as I already mentioned, what are the requirements or what are the components or what are the ingredients for preparing their own food? Their ingredients is none other than the first one is our sunlight, second one is carbon dioxide, and the third one is water. The all set. Now, really want to know, right? So, what are the resultant? Absolutely. So, once you are taking water, milk powder, tea powder, and sugar, finally you will get a wonderful tea, right? Very hot tea. Similarly, here the ingredients are sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. And what should be the name of that food? Okay. Apart from the food, any other components which we are getting here? Any other products which we are getting here? Let's see. What are the products of it? Okay, what are the products? What are the products of photosynthesis? Right? What are the product of the photosynthesis? Let's look at here. Okay, let's look at here. What are the products? Yes. Where is our food? Like we already talked, right? This is a photosynthesis. They are preparing their own food. So, what are the products which we are getting, and where is that food? What is the name of that food? Okay. Let me break that surprise or suspense here. So you can see that the products are, yes, it is oxygen, and their food is ready here. It is sugar, or we can call them as glucose. Glucose is the most appropriate term here. Okay, so by using carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water, they are preparing their food, that is glucose. Apart from that glucose, they are releasing oxygen. So this is exactly the process we can call them as photosynthesis. In exam point of view, this equation is very important. You can take this equation appropriate to your level of class. Okay, so this kind of equations I can see from the standard 9th onwards, class 9th onwards. So if you are actually a 9th standard student or above them, this equation is very important one. Okay, like they are taking carbon dioxide, water, okay, in the presence of sunlight, okay, in the presence of sunlight, it converted into the products. It's none other than glucose. The glucose, okay, these are the products. These are the reactants. If you are a chemistry student, definitely you might have heard about this reactant and the products. So these are the products. The product is none other than glucose and oxygen. And here the reactants are carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. Okay, I hope it's clear. Right. So that's all about my today's video. So don't worry, those who wanted to know more about the photosynthesis, I will definitely upload the detailed video of the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a very wide topic. So definitely in the upcoming classes, we can discuss more about them and let me know which is exactly the other topics which you wanted to explain in this way. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like my video and please support me. Thank you.